Going live here. Oh yeah, mean by God, Gene. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been here, but here we are, Saturday mornings, the greatest fictitious college football show in the world, Craig. And when I say in the world, Craig, I mean in the world, Craig. Saturday mornings, we get it started like nobody else does. This morning, we got my guy right here, Mr. Hollywood. He is not the one time, not the two time, but the three-time reigning, defending Gridiron champion of our league from the sideline junkies, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the man, he calls himself the Shadows today, but you know that voice when you hear it, it's going to be the big guy KG talking to us a little bit, probably with some of the background on it because I don't play the game right now. I'm just the guy that does the podcast and hosts the show. So with all that being said, fellas, how y'all feeling?
What's good? What's good?
Good.
All right, KG, we're going to start with you, man. So then we can get you out the way and get to the guy that's the reigning defending champion. We can talk a little bit with him. But I want you to kind of place us in where we are right now. So we just finished our season and we're starting the new season, correct?
Yes, we just got finished this morning. We had one game for week 0, which was Notre Dame versus LSU. That's Coach Devon, who was LSU, and myself, who was Notre Dame, respectfully. That game was first thing this morning in the rain down south. Notre Dame prevails 34-26. Coach Devon was coming back. He just ran out of time. That's all that was, because he started stopping me in the fourth quarter, and he just ran out of time. That's all that was. But you had a matchup of two Heisman hopefuls, and the returning Rick Meyer Jr. and Damian Keeney from LSU. So we had some fireworks.
All right. And I heard that the stream is supposed to be getting live today. So it sounds like a lot of guys are playing today. Is that right?
Yep, we have advanced to week 1, so week 1 is being played as of right now, and maybe by the end of this holiday weekend we'll probably be in the week 2 or week 3.
All right. Cool. With that being said, let's talk about where the teams are, and then I can get you out of here, and then I can talk to the man, the champ himself. So
Okay.
let's do a rundown with a roster real quick. We know Hollywood's Oklahoma. We know you are Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
We know Coach Powell is LSU. Is Brian Jr. still Memphis?
Yes, Brian Jr. is still Memphis until 27 comes out, and then he's in talks with moving to a bigger school because of the success he's had at Memphis.
All right. Brian Sr.'s at Texas.
Yes, Texas.
All right. Who am I missing? Darnell's at Michigan. I know they ain't changing.
No, that's not changing. Rodney's at Penn State. Modiz is at Miami. The Alabama kid. I tried to get him. I asked the Alabama kid, hey, could you do the Midnight Rider a favor and do an interview? And he just looked at me and didn't even say nothing. No words. He just shook his head and no.
Well, I know the Alabama kid is kind of mad at me anyway. He's always kind of been like the runner-up so far lately. I haven't seen the championship yet, so I don't know if we can still call him the Alabama kid. I mean, does he still get that same respect?
Yeah, because he still puts together everything. He's just he's dealing with having somebody come into his conference, Hollywood, and
take it
run
over.
his conference the way he was running his conference. So he got competition. One thing he don't do is back down from competition. So he stays in the lab.
And what about I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this correctly. Xavier.
Xavier is in Colorado for now. Thinking he's gonna move from there in 27. DJ is in Georgia. Isaiah is in Oregon State. Josh took over Ohio State. No, I'm
And
sorry.
yeah,
Isaiah's in FSU now. He's at Florida State. He left Oregon State to go to FSU.
all right. So FSU's new. Ohio State is now player controlled again. This time by Josh. How do we know Josh?
If I'm not mistaken, Josh played in Gridiron, which is the big Gridiron. That is a NFL Madden league that's been going on. Shoot, I think 20 plus years.
All right. All right, cool, man. Anything you want to preview before you get out of here?
Before I go, the only thing I want to preview is this might be the last season on 26, but I will say this: when 27 come out, we gonna be right back at it, and we'll be right here. And maybe by 27, I can find a way to put everybody's games on one channel, so you can just watch it as a loop and just go.
So why are we thinking about ending 26 on this season?
Well, because 27 comes out in July, so Brian, the boss, likes to take a moment to have everybody reset. And he says, if you want to keep playing, keep playing. But everybody, some people take a break to reset and get ready for 27. So I'm somebody that plays until I can't play no more. I mean, I'm a retro game. I still have a Madden 10 franchise that's still going on. I got a Madden 04 franchise that's still going on. And it has been going on for 20 some odd years. So.
Are you a lunatic?
No, I just keep playing. And plus, I had, when you draft a guy and you fall in love with a guy that you draft, you don't want to stop playing. You want to see his career through.
And my OCD with it, I'm not even OCD, but it comes to a point where I can't do it no more because you get too far from the regular names and you get all these. Nah, I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
It's like after about 6 or 7, I'm good. And then,
I got a
this is
Madden
funny.
20 joint that I advanced 10 years into the future. And it's nobody from the game that's playing now. I advanced 10 years in the future and been playing.
All right, let me ask you this question, because outside of that craziness that you just talked about, let's get back to this league. So Hollywood's won the last 3. Before that, wasn't Isaiah on back-to-back titles?
No, how did it go? I know Darnell won one. I think Texas won one. Penn State won the first one. I think Darnell won the second one. Texas won the third one. Okay. And then Hollywood went on this 3 season run.
So how y'all gonna beat Hollywood?
Well, there's newspaper allegations coming out soon. So, it may be suspensions and stuff coming up. You know how we do, man. We call the NCAA and shut it all down. But I mean, it's no disrespect. Excellent play, man. It is what it is. You gotta beat them. It's strategy and stick work all day long.
That's
a couple guys they don't have me. Most recent he was Oregon State. I think Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he had me dead to rights. And he kind of let it go at the end. I know Darnell played a awesome championship game, and then he made some questionable 4th down decisions. He kind of shot himself in the foot, giving me points basically. And the Alabama kid, my first time ever playing him, I think I was down 21.
All right.
And he let me come all the way back at the end. He just kind of gave it away. So Yeah, a couple guys, they've had me, man, but my teams have been resilient. You know what I'm saying? They fight to the end. So
That's what's up. Real quick, in the comments, the boss says Hollywood. Um, tell him one of his titles I have BCS rights to. So here we go. Casey, if you want to stick around, I'll drop you to the background. You just jump in when you want to.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and run. I got some things I gotta take care of, but I'm still around. I'm still watching. You need me? I'll be in the background, but just
I
if
got
you
you.
need me, shout me.
All right, cool, man. I got you. You know how
All
we
right.
do. All right.
what they
All right.
mean by BCS? What they mean by they got BCS rights to one of my titles?
I don't know. I was about to ask you. That was going to be my first question.
I don't know.
But
I
nah,
don't know
let's
what
go
they.
back. Let's rewind this all the way. Because I've never met you. I haven't talked to you that much besides throughout the chain. So how did you get started with these guys? And you go all the way back if it goes back to Madden 2010 or
Yeah,
2004, whatever. Let me know.
yeah. It's probably started about 7, 8 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. Man, I was just I used to play in these money leagues,
Okay.
where you pretty much pay for the team that you want to represent, and at the end of the season, whoever win the Super Bowl, they get a certain amount. So I started out in these leagues, and the guys league that I was a part of, he was kind of doing some shady stuff. So, I was like, man, it kind of take the fun out of the game. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Washington fan. So I just one day went into the franchise and, was searching for like any leagues that had availability. And the first league that I saw was Gridiron. And I seen they had one spot available. So I reached out to Mike and Ike, who own Gridiron, the NFL league. And I say, man, I see you got a spot available. I was interested in joining. He was like, yeah, he was looking for somebody, and I ended up taking over the Eagles, and that's what got me introduced to Dardon and BJ and all these other guys, Modis. Yeah, and I've been rocking out with them guys ever since.
That's what's up, man. So what took you so long to jump over, man? Were you not playing college or?
Yeah. I was playing. I've been playing college the whole season. I just didn't know you guys had a league going on, and then Mo reached out and he was like, "Hey man, we got a league." He was telling me about it. He was like, "If you're interested in joining, yeah, let me know." And I was like, "Yeah."
That's what's up, man. So I guess the next question is why Oklahoma?
Uh, I didn't know what to expect coming into the league, so I wanted to. First of all, I didn't know how long it was gonna last. I didn't know what to expect, the competition level, none of that stuff. So I didn't want to come in with a lesser team like
Right.
Jackson State, somebody like that. So I think Oklahoma was a 5-star program. It gave me a good foundation to build from. So I was like, I jump in with Oklahoma. I didn't know what the roster looked like or none of that. Just kind of like, I know the team was solid though. It was a good foundation.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna just rock with Oklahoma, see how I go, and if I got to switch later, that's what I do.
Okay. Um, when it comes to your offense, without giving a full scouting report, like what's just your idea of what you want to do? Like you ain't got to say, "Oh, I like three wides." Are you just like a spread? Are you more of a run guy, or you
Um,
just got to wait and find out
no,
and watch?
I don't mind giving up my philosophy because pretty people who play me, they pretty much know. Like I try to be a jack of all trade. Like I just take what you give me.
Right.
If I
Right.
come out and I see it's a light box, hey, I'm gonna be run focused. You know what I'm saying? If I come out and I see you in base sets, base formations, a lot of nickel, stuff like that, where it's kind of even, I'm gonna spread you out. I'm gonna
I got
spread you out. I'm gonna try to thin your defense out, and I'm gonna pick my matchups. If I see, because I scout too, you know what
you.
I'm
Right.
saying? So if I see you got a weak slot corner, or you got a weak, a secondary corner or something like that, weak safety, I'm gonna target that guy. I see somebody is not that good on your defensive line or on your linebacker core, I'm gonna focus on him.
Nah, that's cool, man. That's good stuff, man. Because I think one of the things when we first started the league, I remember there were guys, they're not still here, but they were always worried about, well, what if somebody's like, because we publish every game. Every game you can see it, but whenever you want to, and that's what I love about it. And that's really what even got me to even think of this. I was like, yo, what can we do that's just different from everybody else? I was like, yo, we should do a podcast about it. And they were like,
Yeah.
what? I was like, yeah, yo, every week, or every couple of weeks, we just do a show and we talk about the league. But we had the coaches come on and they talk like, we have a real coach conversation. Like this
Yeah.
ain't so we started doing that, man. And I used to watch more often, but now because of restrictions at my job on cell phones, I can't watch all the games like I used to. But yeah, I used to sit here, I used to watch everybody play. And I used to I love BJ style. Mo D's is a dude that just I've seen him a couple times. So I'm gonna ask you this question. I know I took a very circuitous route to this point, but do you have somebody that's like a rival or somebody you look forward to playing each time you do a game?
As far as rival, no, not really. Just being honest, man, I never really know what I'm gonna get out of each user because it's still kind of new. Everybody's still kind of new, so people, they got different schemes and stuff like that. So I never really know what I'm gonna get. It's always interesting to see what somebody gonna, the type of philosophy they're gonna bring to the table. If my team is equipped to handle it, if I can stop it, if I can adjust in time. And like I said, a couple guys, man, that I had some great schemes, and it took me all the way to the end of the game to kind of make my adjustments to kind of get back in it. But yeah, it's real interesting to see what I'm gonna be facing week to week.
What's the difference between playing like this type of league and like one of your money leagues, or is there a difference?
Well, I don't play in the money leagues anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do that. It kind of take when you start putting money involved and stuff like that. Some guys, they don't have that much integrity. It takes the fun out of the game. It's already competitive as is, but then when you start putting money involved and stuff like that, guys start doing shady stuff. It take the fun out of the game, man. I love the game, so I've been playing since a kid. I played in college, so man, I'm just a real lover of the game, and when you start doing stuff like that, it take the fun out of it. I don't want to be a part of it.
All right, so let's do that, man. What's the game that got you started, man?
Madden.
Madden?
Yeah, I can't. I think I can't remember if it was the one with Eddie George on the cover or one prior to that. But oh man, it's when I got on it. Actually, a cousin of mine had it before me, and when I seen it and I played it, oh man, I couldn't wait to get my own, man. And I've been locked in ever since. I've been locked in ever since.
Did you play college before it came back out, or?
Yeah. Anything football, you know what I'm saying? Man,
Okay.
I used to play what it was, Blitz.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, they dive like 50 yards to make the
Right.
I used to be on that too. Like anything football, man. I just love it. You know what I'm saying? So
I used to do every season. So if it was football season, I was playing Madden. If it was basketball, we was playing basketball. Baseball, I was playing whatever the baseball game was. And then I slowed down because I just stopped having that same interest in it like I used to.
yeah.
But the one joint that I used to always play was what's the baseball one where you can do your career mode?
To my
The show.
yeah, the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
My last thing show was I think 19 on the PS4. Oh, we got little ones.
Yeah.
Too,
My son just walked in here. Here, go back in there. She out there. They running around.
All right, man. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, and then we're gonna come back to the game mode because I want you to talk about Oklahoma in the last couple minutes of this. I see the big Redskins thing in the background. So I'm gonna ask you just 2 Redskin questions or 2 Commanders questions, however you want to go. So first and foremost, are they the Redskins or are they the Commanders to you?
I mean, they're the Commanders right now out of respect, you know. But I was a Redskins fan since I've been little, so you know that's what it's always been. And yeah, out of respect, yeah, they the Commanders. That's what they are now. That's what I call them. So yeah.
And then I'm gonna ask you this one. This is gonna be easy for you. Your top 3 guys, Redskins or Commanders?
Top 3 all time.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor, obviously number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I love Santana Moss. Oh man, I love Santana Moss. And I'm gonna have to go LeVar Arrington, man.
I thought if they had a better plan with LeVar, he would have had a better career. They didn't know how
He
to
was
use
just
him early on.
to me, man. He was just he was just unstoppable. And yeah, he just I don't know what happened to where he just couldn't take it to that next level, man. But for some reason I just love Lamar. I know we had people like Clinton Portis and Champ Bailey, but you know their time was short lived. You know what I'm saying? Even though Santana Moss was not originally drafted in Washington, he just embodied that that Redskins Commanders thing, man. And I just love Santana. You know, I played wide receiver high school and college and stuff like that too. So I kind of rock with the receivers.
Where you play at? Let's go. Let's go. Now we're talking personal stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. I played college at South Carolina State and high school down in South Carolina, York High School. Yeah.
South Carolina State. That's the Bulldogs, right?
Yep. HBCU.
Anybody notable come out while you was there?
Yeah, we had a few guys make it to the league. Phillip Adams probably the biggest, most notable. He got drafted with the 49, I think the 49ers, then he played with the Raiders. McFadden, he played when I played. I think he got drafted with Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. That's probably it as far as when during my time and stuff like that.
Okay. When you were playing, who was the receivers or the receivers that you liked to pattern your game after?
Steve Smith out of Carolina. So we kind of same size, stuff like that. Like I just love the way he played that aggressive dog mentality. Yeah, it was just like that was the guy. I was like, yeah, I embody everything he represents as a receiver. Absolutely, yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. You talk about Moss. I had a love-hate relationship with Santana. I loved him most of the time. There was a couple times I was just like, but I think that was just because there was a game, I think it was 2005, where they were playing the Giants, and he had like 2 drops, and that just, ever since then, it just kind of jaded me. And I got a thing with the guys, I tell them, sometimes when you watch players, you see them through your fan eyes and not through your sports eyes. So like there's a thing with me and KG where I always talk about I don't like Eddie Jones. Now I think Eddie Jones was a good player, but in my fan eyes, I just remember him never showing up against Utah when the Lakers needed him. So that's the whole thing on that. Now I want to take another different step and go back to your team, because we kind of got to know you a little bit. Now we want to talk about your team. What do you have this year coming into season? Well, trying to repeat for the 4th time, trying to do something that only the Oklahoma Sooners women's softball team has done.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge this year. The past 3 seasons I've had an elite quarterback. This year is we still trying to figure out who's gonna be the starter, to be honest with you. We got a guy that has some things and he don't got some other things, and we got another guy who got what he don't have,
right?
But he's missing some things. So yeah, it's gonna take a couple of games, and it might be a dual quarterback system all the way through, but it's gonna take a couple games to kind of focus in on one guy. But we got 3 candidates right now.
So who do you start off with a user or do you start off with a regular team?
I hadn't even checked the schedule yet. I looked at a week when we were in week 0. I just kind of glanced at that week, but I hadn't looked at our schedule yet, so I have no idea who we play,
Okay.
or any of that.
Did you record? I know guys normally in the chat they always request certain teams to kind of play. Did you request anybody this year?
Nah, no personal, no personal requests. we we try to fly under the radar. Hopefully, y'all forget about us, and then at the end of the year, we clicking on all cylinders.
I don't think you can forget about the 3-time champs, man. I don't know.
I'm hoping we fly under the radar. You know.
Well, I don't think you one of the bigger talkers of the league. You talk a little bit, but I think Darnell and Rodney are the biggest talkers.
They can have it. Let them focus on Darnell. You know, he been since I came into the league, he been undefeated all the way through. He may lose that championship game, his conference championship game, but then he gets into the playoffs with a 1-loss or no loss record. Every year he been on this run, him and Alabama.
Yep.
So
it's so funny because sometimes I'll get in the chat just to mess with Darnell because it's like you just roll the grenade in and just walk away because you know he gonna go off. Anytime I want to be entertained, I just drop something and he'll be like, "Yeah, I know."
him and Mo got like a little rivalry going on. I'm really interested in seeing they next matchup because the first matchup, Mo caught like a phantom last second touchdown to win it, and this time Mo was up, and Darnell stuck to his game plan and walked him down. In the end, won the game. So Darnell feel like I'm supposed to be 2-0 against you. Mo feel like I'm supposed to be 2-0 against you. So
nah, that's why I love this league because you got Rodney and Darnell. You got Darnell and Modiz now that you told me. I know there's a nice little thing with the Alabama kid and Texas, boss man.
Yeah.
So like we all and that's what I get out of this. Like I sit back and just watch because I see the rivalries forming.
Yeah.
And I forgot about this, but Red River rivalry. Say that 3 times real fast.
Oh yeah. He beat me the first time. He beat me in the first one. I got him last year. I think the last 2 I won. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting this year because, like I said, I don't know what my quarterback gonna look like in live action. So we trying to figure that out right now.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna get you out on 2 questions, so we can kind of finish this up real quick. First is any guys you want to highlight that's returning from your team. It could be your linebacker, your lineman, whatever. Anybody that's gonna be a standout.
Oh man, I got a couple guys. I got a couple guys actually. I first and foremost, I recruited he came from the transfer portal. My wide receiver, my number 1 wide receiver.
Okay.
I believe he's number 5. I can't think of his name right now, but
yeah,
he gonna be one of them ones this year. Yeah, he might be. You might see him in the Heisman on that list before the year over with. I got a returning defensive end, 92, who set the sack record for the Big 12 last year, or yeah, I think it was a conference. Might have been the whole league, but he's coming back this year, much improved, and I got a transfer linebacker, middle linebacker, who's he got a point to prove. So yeah, I got 3 guys that's pretty elite.
All right, so first the statement, then the question. The statement is, I know you know ball, so if you ever want to jump in with the fellas on one of our shows Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday, shoot us a note, man. We welcome everybody. We give everybody a seat. This is your initiation to getting you a seat anytime you want to. So especially when football starts, you want to jump in with us because we do Sunday mornings. We do a a full show at 11 a.m. I don't know if you go to church or not, but if you don't, or you do bedside Baptist, and you got time to jump in with us, you're welcome, man.
Okay.
And then real quick to get you out before we go, are you going to 4P? You want to guarantee it now?
I say this. I ain't gonna make no guarantees, but I'm gonna tell you this. My team feel like they got a lot to prove. We don't have that superstar quarterback this year, but my quarterbacks have a chip on their shoulder. They got a point to prove. If we 4-peat this year, it'll be a total team effort. Ain't gonna be no one guy that's just dominating the league. It'll be a complete team effort, and I think they're ready. I think we got.
All right, man. So first and foremost, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you jumping on. So now that I know you're willing to, we might have a little conversation every couple of weeks, man.
Oh yeah.
But this is my guy Hollywood. I'm the Midnight Rider. This show is called The Gridiron, brought to you by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We're gonna get out of here. So with that being said, thank you to KG. Thank you to the boss. Thank you to Hollywood for jumping in with us. And with that being said, we out of here. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for your time. And don't forget, you always got an invitation, my man.